Oh. So let's get started. Idioms and phrases. ज़्यादा time waste नहीं करेंगे. We will directly jump into the idioms and phrases. Right. तो सबसे पहला जो idiom आ रहा है हमारा वो है ranks and file. Ranks and files. ठीक है, ranks and files. पहले तो कुछ ranks and file means an ordinary people. Ranks and files means an ordinary people. By fit and start in a very short period of time. By fits and starts in a very short period of time. A wee bite. A wee bite means a little. Out of woods. Out free from all the difficulties and dangers. Out of wood means free from all the difficulties and dangers. ठीक है? Under someone's control. Under his control, right? Under someone's thumb means to be under someone's control. Yeah. At one's wit end, in a state where one doesn't know what to do. At one's wit's end, in a state where one doesn't know what to do. Between the devil and the deep sea, मतलब किसी between two dangers. Right? Burn the midnight oil, work hard. Call a spade. Call to say something very directly. Come off with flying colors. Be highly successful. Come off with flying colors. Be highly successful. Hoping against hope. Without hope. Hoping against hope means without hope. Hit the nail on the head. Do or say things do the thing which are exactly the same. जो है उसको वैसे बोलना. An axe to grind मतलब अपना profit निकालना. A personal interest in the matter. An axe to grind. To get rid of. To dispose. At dagger's dawn. At dagger's dawn means bitterly hostile. To play ducks and drake. To play duck and drake. To act foolishly. To take the bull by the horn, मतलब टैकल करना. To tackle a problem in a bold and direct fashion. ठीक है. Rain cats and dogs. Rain very heavily. To move heaven and earth. To make an supreme effort. बहुत ज़्यादा वो करना. No avail. Without any result. No avail means without any result. Bark up the wrong tree. Accuse करना किसी wrong person. To accuse someone. To accuse a wrong person. Keep one at bay. Keep one at bay means to keep someone at a distance. Make a clean breast of it. Make a clean breast of it. Confess, especially when a person has done a wrong thing. To clean a breast of it. इसको थोड़ा याद कर लिए. To make a clean breast of it. To confess. To confess. अगर आपने कुछ गलत किया. Have a card मतलब अपना secret plan reserve करके रखना. Like a cat on a hot way. To be very nervous. Cats and dogs like. Very full of quarrel. लड़ाई हुई. ठीक है. Cock and bull story to make up a story that one should not believe. To make up the story that one should not believe. Cock and bull की story को क्या है? To make up story that one should not believe. Cry for a room जो is impossible. To ask for something that is impossible. The pros and cons मतलब किस चीज के various aspects होना. In a tight corner, to be in a very difficult, be in a tight corner means to be in a very difficult situation. Cross one's T's and dots. Cross one's T's and dot. T's or dot. To precise and carefully, be precise and careful. And one's eyes exact. ये थोड़ा कर लें. At arm's length, at a distance. Keep out of the question, impossible. Out of question means impossible. Out of the way means strange. Show a clear pair of heels. Show a clean pair of heels. Run away. ये देख लेंगे. To show a clean pair of heels का मतलब होता है कि run away. Keep one's fingers crossed. The anxiety in which you hope that nothing will upset your plan. Fingers crossed मतलब कि किसी चीज के लिए pray करना. In the nick of time. In the nick of time. Just at that at the nick of time. In the nick of time means at a very last moment. In the nick of time means at the last very moment. Sitting on the fence. Hesitate between two decisions. Sitting on the fence means Hesitate between any two decision. See, दो decision के बीच में hesitate करना. Spread like a wildfire very quickly. To gift the gift of the gap. Gift of the gap. Talent for speaking. Talent for speaking. बस एक मिनट पूरी. By hook or by any means. Feather once in it. अपना profit निकालना. To make money unfairly. ठीक है. Throw out of gear. Throw out of gear. Throw out. Disturb the work. Throw out of gear. ये देखते हैं. Take take to one's heels. नहीं आता. Tooth tooth and nail. Tooth and nail. Tooth and nail. Throw out of gear. Throw out of gear मतलब disturb the work. Throw out of gear. Throw out of gear. Out of gear. Throw throw out of gear मतलब disturb the work. Disturb करना work को. Take to one's heels. Take to one's heels. Run away. Heel वाले दो बार हो गए heel. एक तो था clear heel. मतलब clear. तभी run away था और take to one's heels. Take to one's heels. Run away. Throw out of gear. Throw out of gear. Disturb the work. Tooth and nail. Tooth and with all one's power. Tooth and nail. Tooth and nail means with all one's power. सारी की सारी energy लगा देना. Die in harness. Die in harness means कि अबे यार die in harness means die in service. Die in service होता है. Leave take a leaf out of one's book. Imitate one. Imitate one. Imitate का मतलब क्या था? Imitate. Imitate. Wait meaning take or follow as a model. Copy. To take a leaf out of one's book. To take. Imitate one means to follow someone. Follow. Follow one. Or copy. Or even copy someone. Copy someone. Leave knows मतलब use all means. मतलब a man of straw. A man of straw is a man of no substance. A man of no substance. Man of straw. Man of no substance. Man of no substance. A man of straw means a man of no substance. Man of no substance. Read. Read between the lines. Understanding the hidden meaning. ये तो important है. In cold blood. In cold blood. Deliberately and without emotion. In cold blood. In cold blood. यही करना है. In cold blood का मतलब है deliberately and without emotion. A thorn in the fish मतलब बहुत ज्यादा दिक्कत होना. A common source of annoyance मतलब बहुत ज्यादा कोई चीज परेशान करना. Smell a rat. Smell a rat means suspect something foul. कोई चीज खराब है मतलब उसको वो करना. Harp on the same string. Dwell on the same. Harp on the same string. Harp. Harp मतलब harp. 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 Dwell on the same metal. Harp. Harp on the same thing. Bury the hatch. Bury the hatch. Bury the hatchet. Bury the hatchet. End the quarrel and make peace. Bury the hatchet. Bury the hatchet. Bury the hatchet means सोने जा रहे हैं. Bury the hatchet. Bury the hatchet मतलब क्या होता है? End the quarrel. Bury the hatchet means end the quarrel. End करना quarrel को. Leave one in the lurch. Lurch. Desert one in difficulty. Lurch. Lurch क्या होता है? Lurch. Lurch में. Lurch का मतलब क्या होता है? Leave one in hurch. Desert one in difficulty. Leave one in helpless condition. Hurch someone. To leave one in hurch. To leave one in hurch means the hurch means a difficult condition. किसी चीज किसी बंदे को live a life like a fish out of water in a strange situation. Like a fish out of water in a strange situation. ठीक है? At once beck and call under his control. At once beck and call. At once beck and call means under his control. To make both ends meet. To make both ends meet. To to make both ends meet. To live within one's income. To live within one's income. In hot water, in trouble. Nip the bud. Destroy in the nip the bud. Nip the bud. Nip the bud. मतलब destroy in early stage. Stick to one's gums. guns. Stick to one's guns. Remain faithful to the cause. Stick to the guns. Remain faithful. To eat, to eat humble pie. To eat humble pie. Yeah, look at that. To eat humble pie. To apologize humbly and to yield under the humiliating circumstances. To eat in high speed. To eat humble pie. To apologize hum, humbly humbly and to yield under humiliating circumstances. To apologize humbly and to yield under humiliating circumstances. ये थोड़ा करना है. In high will be very happy. Put the cart before. मतलब कोई चीज गलत तरीके से करना. In wrong order. To all names. To all names. To all names. To all names. To abuse. To abuse. To all names. On tenterhook. On tenterhook. In a state of suspense and anxiety. On tenterhook. Hook में मतलब hook में तो anxiety. Wash one's dirt linen. Discuss unpleasant. Wash one's dirty linen. Wash one's dirty linen. मतलब किसी के unpleasant बातों को private किसी stranger के सामने बोलना. Discuss unpleasant in public private matter before someone. To bell a cat. To do something. To face a very risky. To hard nut. A hard nut to crack. A difficult problem. Let the cat out of the bag. To reveal a secret. To reveal a secret होता है. A big gun. An important person. Here's a big gun. Is an important portion. Kill two birds in one stone to achieve two results with one effort. To kill two birds in one stone. Two result in one effort. To take one to task. Take one to task means revoke. Revoke means rebuke. Rebuke means express sharp disapproval, criticism. To express an expression of sharp criticism. Take one to task. Criticism. Rebuke means with a criticism. Criticism. Rebuke means criticism. To take one to task, gain ground, become popular. To blow one's own. To blow one's own. To praise one's own trumpet achievement. To blow one's own. To blow one's own. To blow one's own. To blow one's own. To praise one's own triumphant. Praise करना अपनी ही achievement को. To blossom friend. A very close friend. A blossom friend. A blossom friend. Here's a blossom friend. A very close friend. A brown study. A brown study means dreaming. Turn a deaf ear, to ignore. A close shave, a very narrow escape. Turn over a new leaf. Turn over a new leaf. Turn over a new leaf means change for better. ठीक है? Make a to decide. In the long run, eventually. Bring to light, disclose. Pay off old scores. मतलब किसी चीज को बदला लेना. To take revenge. Dust and fast rules. Hard and fast rules, strict rules. At the 11th hour, at the very last moment. To cut a sorry figure, to make a poor show. To cut a sorry figure means to make a poor show. To make a poor show with a high hand, with a high hand. With a high hand means high hand. With a high hand, oppressively. Burn one's finger. Burn to get in trouble by interfering in other. Burn one's finger. अपने आप को trouble में to get into trouble by interfering in others' matter. Laugh one's head off. Laugh one's head off heartedly. बहुत खुशी सा. Chew the cud. Cud क्या होता है cud? CUD. Partly digest food returned from the first stomach of the hand to the mouth for further chewing. Partly digested food returned from the first stomach of the hand. Chew the pounder over something. Ponder over something. Pounder over something. Pounder. Think about carefully, especially before making a decision. Pounder means to think carefully, to think carefully. Pounder means to think carefully. Pounder. What does pounder means? Pounder means to think carefully. So play second fiddle. Make take an unimportant part. Play second fiddle. Above board. honest and open, above board, above board, above board, above board का मतलब क्या हुआ? Honest and open, through thick and thin, मतलब under all conditions. Put a spoke in one's wheel to upset one's plan. To poke in one's wheel, upset someone's plan, one's plan. Add sixes and seven in a disordered or disorganized manner. At sixes and seven, sixes and seven आता है ना? Sixes and seven में disordered or disorganized or a disorganized manner. At home means at a comfortable. Alpha and omega. The beginning alpha होता है एक omega होता है. Omega कैसे होता है? Omega ऐसा होता है ना? Alpha and omega. At the beginning and the end. ठीक है? At sea, confused and lost. At sea, he's at sea. He's at sea. He is very confused. He's very confused. By leap and bound. By leap and bound. Leap and bound. Rapidly, to do something very rapidly. Burn once uh, to go back on decision. To burn one's boats. To burn one's boats. To burn one. To beat around the to talk irrelevantly. To turn मतलब किसी चीज को बहुत lavishly spend करना. To waste lavishly. A bone of contention. A bone of contention. A bone of contention. A bone of contention. Contention. A bone of contention. Contention. Contention meaning heated disagreement. Contention and assertion. Contention. A bone of contention, a source of quarrel. Add fuel to fire. किस चीज को exaggerate करना, exacerbate करना. An acid test, a critical test. At snail's pace, very slowly. A bolt from the blue. मतलब कोई चीज बहुत मतलब a bolt from the blue मतलब बहुत precious चीज या फिर मतलब कोई unexpected चीज हो जाए. A bolt from the blue means something unexpected. To build castle in the to make imaginary scheme. ठीक है? Once in a blue moon मतलब clearly होना कोई चीज. Beating around the well, talking, avoiding the main topic, try over the spirit, tripping over the loss or failure from the past. Complain करना, to cry over a spilled milk, chip on your shoulder, कोई चीज अभी हुई उसके बारे में तुम बात करो. When someone is upset about something that happened a while ago. When someone is upset, chip on your shoulder. Piece of a cake, something very easy. Golden handshake. A big sum of money given to a person when he or she leaves the company. A golden handshake. Golden handshake. A big sum of money. Spill the bean. To disclose a secret. Blessing in disguise मतलब blessing in disguise मतलब कोई चीज तो expect नहीं करता तो वो हो जाए. Something good and useful that did not seem that way. Blessing in disguise. Something mean business. Being serious or dedicated. Mean that's my mean business. I'm being serious. Come hell or high water. Come hell or high water. Possible obstacle in your path. Come hell or high water. Come hell or high water. Come hell or high water. Come hell or apple of one size. Being cherished. He's an apple of my one side. Apple of one side. अपनी आंखों का खुद का वो. Being cherished. Being cherished. Bite off more than you can chew. Bite. मतलब unable to complete a task due to lack of inability. इसमें तेरी इतनी क्षमता ही नहीं है तो उसको भी bite off more than you can chew. The best of both worlds. The best of both worlds. The benefit of widely differing situation. Enjoy that. The best of both worlds. The benefit of wildly differing situation enjoyed at the same time. Feeling a bit under the weather. Feeling a bit under the weather. मतलब uneasy feeling, ill feel. Icing on the cake. Icing on the cake. Something that turns good into great. On the cake. Icing on the cake. Icing on the cake. Something that turns good from great. Icing on the cake. Cost an arm to be very expensive. Cost an arm or a leg to be very expensive. Jump the bandwagon. Bandwagon means activity or group that has become successful or fashion and so attracts many new people. Jump the bandwagon. Jump the bandwagon. To join a popular activity or trend. To join a popular activity or trend. To join a popular activity or trend. To join, jump the bandwagon. Jump, jump the bandwagon. Jump the bandwagon. To jump the bandwagon. To join a popular activity. इसको भी देखना है. Ball in your court. कोई चीज तुम्हारे फेवर में होना. When it is up to you to make the last next decision. Ball is in your court. To make when it is to be in the doldrum, to be in the doldrum in low spirits. Doldrum means to be in doldrum. To be in doldrum in low spirits. To sit on the fence. To sit on the fence mean किसी दो to remain. To sit on the fence. To sit on the fence. To remain neutral. Break the ice to initiate a conversation. Hear it on a grapevine. Hear it on a grapevine. To hear a rumor about something. To hear a rumor about something. To hear in it. Hear it on a grapevine. Grapevine. To hear rumors or something. ये आ सकता है फ्रूट्स वाला grapevine. To hear on a 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 grapevine. To hear rumor or something. Can't judge a book by its cover. Cannot judge something primarily on appearance. To take It takes two to tango. मतलब दोनों साइड का फॉल्ट होता है तो एक्शन और कम्युनिकेशन नीड्स टू और मोर ब्लू एंड ब्लैक फुल ऑफ बुशेस बुशेस क्या होता है injury appearing as an area of discolored skin पता नहीं यार black and blue full of brushes पता नहीं क्या है ये be on cold nine be on cloud nine be on cloud be very happy last straw the final problem the last straw final problem in a series of the last straw a bird's eye view a view from a high place that allows you to see a large area a litmus test a method that helps you to know if something is correct or not at the drop of a hat at the drop of a hat willingness to do something instantly at a drop of a hat at a drop of a hat afraid of one's own shadow to become easily frightened a house of cards poor plan house of cards means a poor plan a fool's paradise a false sense of happiness a fool's paradise a false sense of happiness get a raw deal to not be treated as well as other people to get a raw deal to not be treated as well as other people give cold shoulder to ignore someone to give cold shoulder to ignore someone hand to mouth live on only basic necessity hand to mouth hand to mouth mean live on basic necessity make a face to show dislike or disappointment. It's a Greek to me, something that is not understand and it's Greek to me, something that is ununderstandable. To pour oil on troubled water, to make peace. To pour oil on troubled water, to pour oil on a troubled matter. Maybe important to make peace. Don't put all your eggs in one. To not put all your resources in one basket. ठीक है. To put in a nutshell, to say in few words, make something concise, to back out, to withdraw, blow up, to explode, back up, support, back upon means back upon, to be relevant, back upon, break down, failure, break off, to end, break up, break up means to dissolve, break up means to dispose, bring up to rear. क्या लिख रहा है? Call forth to provoke, call out, shout, call forth, call forth, call forth. Call forth means to provoke. Call forth means to provoke, bring up, to rear. Call upon, to order. Call upon. Call upon means to order. Carry on. Carry on means to continue. ये देखना है यार. Carry on, calls forth. Carry on to continue. Cast away. Cast away to throw aside. Catch up with, to overtake. Catch up with, to overtake. Come off, to take place. Come off. Cry down, to make little of. नहीं यार ये नहीं आया. Cry down to make little of, to make little of, come off, to take place, cry out against, to cry aga to cry out against, to complain loudly against, to complain loudly against someone, cut out, designed for, that's a cut out means divide, drop in, to visit casually, drop out, to fall back means to recede, retreat, fall down from a higher position to lower, fall off, to drop off, to withdraw, fall under, to come under, get along, in progress, get on with. Get on with means to measure present, to live pleasantly, to pleasantly live, to get on with, to progress, get into, to get involved, give in, to surrender, give order, give over, to not to do any longer, go after, to follow someone, go down, to be accepted, go without, to remain without, go by, go by the laws, to follow, hang about, to loiter near a place, to hang upon, to depend upon someone, hold out, to ensure, to refuse, to continue, hold out, to offer, hold to, hold to the rules, to abide by the rules, keep off, ward off, keep up with, to keep pace with, knock out, to win, keep something at bay, keep something away, keep something at bay, keep something away. Let sleeping dogs lie. Leave something alone if it might cause trouble. Let sleeping dogs lie. Leave something alone if it might cause. Open the floodgates to release something that was previously under control. Open the floodgates means to release someone who was under your cover, out of the blue. Usually out of the blue there, unexpected there, out of a limb. To do something risky, out of a limb. To do something risky, over the top, totally excessive and not suitable for the occasion. Over the top, over the top, totally excessive. Over the top, over the top, over the top, over the top, totally excessive and not suitable for the occasion. Over the top. Pen is mightier than word and communication have a greater effect than words. Push one's luck. Try to obtain more than one has. To push one's luck. Reap the harvest. Benefit as a result of your past action. Reap the harvest. Roll your sleeves to get yourself prepared. See eye to eye. To win argument. To be in agreement. See eye to eye. To be in agreement. Shot in the dark. Complete guess. Complete guess. Shot in the dark means a complete guess. ये भी important है. Sink your teeth. Sink your teeth. To do something with a lot of energy and enthusiasm. Sink your teeth. To do something with a lots of energy. Take with a grain. Take with a gain or a pinch of salt. To doubt the accuracy of to take with a grain. To take with a grain. To pinch of a salt. To doubt the accuracy of information. Skating on thin ice. To do something that is very risky. Tight spot, a difficult situation. Strike while to act at the right time. Strike, strike while the iron is hot. To act at the right time. Take the plunge. Venture without something of one's interest despite the risk involved. Take the plunge. Venture into something of one's interest despite the risk involved. याद था. Take a nosedive. Take a nosedive. Train rapid drop. or decrease in value? नहीं पता. Take a nose dive, rapid drop. Take a nose dive. Take a rapid drop or decrease in value. Think the world out of. Think the world of. Admire someone very much. Think the world of. Think the world of. ये भी नहीं पता. Admire someone. Rapid drop or decrease in value is nose dive. Take the plunge. Venture into something of one's interest despite the risk involved. To venture into something of one's interest, the risk involved. Think the world of. Think the world of. Admire someone very much. Stand in a stand in a good steady. Stand in a good stead. To be useful or be of. To be useful. Stand in a good uh, stead. पता नहीं क्या है. To go. To stead क्या होता है? STAD. So you're not really used in a place or someone often used in formal context such as stead. Means in place of someone. In place of stand. Stand in a good stead. To be useful or be a good service to someone. Take a back seat. Choose to be less important in a role. Take a back seat. Choose to be less important in a role. Wave a dead chicken. Do something useless. Wave a dead chicken to do something useless. Whale of a time. Enjoy a lot. Whale of a time. Whale of a time means enjoy a lot. Wrap one's brain around. Wrap. Concentrate on something to understand. Wrap your brain around. Wrap your brain to concentrate. Zero is on something. Zero is on something. Focus all at zero is on something. Zero is on something means to focus. Focus all attention on one thing. Above all, mainly, above all, mainly, on account of, due to, on no account, not for any reason. A fidious a fidious a failure, a faithful friend or a devoted follower. A fastidious H's, a faithful friend, a faithful friend, कौन सा faithful? A heel of अरे भयंकर पता नहीं कौन कौन से हैं ये. A heel of Achilles, a weak point. A heel of Achilles, on no account, not for any reason, on no account. A fidious H's, a faithful friend, fidious H's. A fidious H's means a faithful friend. An Adonis, a very handsome person. An Adonis. ठीक है ये भी important है. To assume air, to affect superiority, ये भी नहीं आता. To stand aloft, aloft means to keep to oneself and not mix with others. To stand aloft, to keep to oneself. To lead to the altar, to marry. To lead to the altar, to marry. And an Apollo, a man with perfect Apollo means with a man with a perfect physique. To upset the apple's cart, to disturb the peace. ये आ सकता है. To upset the apple's cart, to upset the apple cart, to upset a apple cart means to disturb the peace, ये very important है भाई बहुत ज़्यादा. Apple pie order, ये भी apple pie order in perfect order, ये भी important है. Apple pie order means in a very perfect order. Arcadian's life, a blissful, happy life. Take up arms. Take up arms to fight and go. Take up the arms to fight, to go for a war. Arcadian life. A blissful and happy life. Simple life. To grind, to have some selfish objective in a view. To grind. To grind means to have some selfish objective in view. To break the back of something, perform the most difficult part. To break the back of something. To backbite a person, to speak disguise about someone. किसी के बारे में पीठ पीछे बोलना, backbite करना. It's not backbiting, it's backbite. He has no backbone. He has no will of his own. He has no will of it. He has no backbone. He to cause a bad blood, to cause enmity, to cause bad blood, to cause enmity. Baggages with all one's belongings. Bag and baggages means to bag and baggages means with one's own all belongings to keep the ball rolling, to keep things going on, to keep the ball running. Bar match bar matched fees means imaginary benefits. ये नहीं पता मेरे को. Imaginary benefit. A beeline, the shortest distance between two places. Beelines means shortest beeline. Beeline हमेशा बी क्या करती है हमें always choose shortest path. Shortest path. Beeline आ सकता है. Behind one's back. Without one's knowledge. Behind one's back. Behind one's back means without one's knowledge. Behind the scene in private. Behind the scene. To hit below the belt. To act unfairly. To bite the dust. To be defeated in battle, to bite the dust, to bite the dust, to bite the dust, to bite the dust, to be defeated in battle. A wet blanket, a person who discourages enjoyment of enthusiasm. A wet blanket, a person who is discouraged, a person who discourages enjoyment or enthusiasm. A blue stocking means a learned or an educated or intellectual woman. A blue stocking, yes, Kavi, a blue stocking. A learned or educated or intellectual woman. A, a first blush, at, first blush, at first sight, at blush, at first blush, at first sight. One's only means of livelihood. To breathe one last, to breathe, to die. To breathe one's last, to breathe one's last means to die. To make brick without straw. To make bricks without, to attempt to do something without proper material. To make a brick without a straw. To attempt to do something without a proper material. To kick the bucket, to die. To kick the bucket, yeah, आया था. To kick the bucket means kick the bucket. To kick the bucket means to die. Good wine needs no bush. Good wine needs no bush. There is no need to advertise something good. Good wine needs no bush. Good wine means to burn the kettle in both and to expend energy in two directions at the same time. ठीक है. If the cap fits, if the cat a cap fits, wear it. If you think the remark refers to you, then accept the criticism. If the cap fits, wear it. Care, care killed the cat. Care killed the cat. Care killed the cat. Care killed the cat. Don't fret or worry yourself to death. Don't fret. Inconstant, visual, and obvious. Anxious. A gradual wear away. Gradually wear away. Burrowing, low, or a state of anxiety. It means a state of anxiety. Don't care killed the cat. Care killed the cat. Don't fret. Don't fret and worry yourself to death. To catch one's eye, to attract attention. To catch one's eye. To catch one's eye means to attract attention. Yalla lasula, yeah. Care killed the cat. Care killed the cat. Don't fret and worry about to and worry yourself to death. Care killed the cat. To take the chair. To preside. To take the chair means to take the chair means to preside a meeting. She is no chicken. She is no chicken. She is older than she is. She is no chicken. She is no chicken. She is older than what she says. To pick and choose. To make a careful selection. To pick and choose. To pick and choose. To pick and choose. To square the circle. To attempt something impossible. To square a circle means to do something which is impossible. Every cloud has a silver lining. Adverse conditions do not last forever. Every cloud has a silver lining. Every cloud has a silver lining. Adverse conditions do not last forever. Close fested, मेरे को नहीं पता इसका. Cut your cloth according to your cloth. Cut your cloth according to your cloth. Live with within your income, to live within your income, to cut your cloth according to your cloth. A cock and a bull story, मतलब irrelevant, foolish, incredible story. A cock and a bull story, foolish. To be cocksure, to perfectly sure, to be cocksure, ये पक्का से था, cocksure, to be perfectly sure, to throw cold water upon something, to discourage effort, off colors, not in the usual, not in the usual form, to commit to memory, to learn by heart. Too many cooks, spoil the broth. Where there are many workers, then unnecessary. Crocodile tears, hypocritical tears. Crocodile tears, मतलब fake tears, fake. Cut and rebel kid was cut and right, ready made, cut and right. Up to date means recent. Evil's Day, a period of misfortune. Evil's Day means misfortune और भाई Helkion Day. Helkion Day नहीं पता मेरे को. A time where there is peace and happiness in the land. Helkion Day. To set up into dead man's shoe. To step into dead man. To come into inheritance. To come in into an inheritance. नहीं पता. To step into dead man's shoe. To come into inheritance. Go to the devil. Go to the devil. Be off. ये भी नहीं पता. Devil's bone. Dice. ये भी नहीं पता. Devil's playing card. ये भी नहीं पता. Give a dog a name, a bad name, and hang him. Once a person loses his to give a dog a bad name and hang him. Once a person loses his reputation. Important day. Every dog has a day. Everyone has a share. Every dog has its day. Sooner or later, everyone has his share of good fortune. Every dog has its day. हर कुत्ते का दिन आता है. So, to throw dust in wind, to deceive someone. A white elephant, a useless possession that is very expensive. To set the theme on fire, to do something sensational or remarkable, to set the theme on fire. Fish out of field. Anyone is in an awkward. Fish out of foul play, cheating. Foul play means cheating. To jump into a frying pan into fire. To jump from a fire pan to come out of it and get into wars. अच्छा अच्छा to get into wars ठीक है. All that glitter are not gold. जो हर चीज वो दिख रही है मतलब वो सही नहीं है. The thing that are not always as attractive as they appear. To die in harness. To die in harness मतलब किसी custody में मर जाना. To continue as an occupation until death. At one's occupation. Make hay until the sunshine. Make a hay. Take advantage of all the to make hay until the sun shines. चलो भाई टाइम हो गया. हाँ. Lock, stock, and barrel. To the whole thing of some everything. A miss is as good. Lock, stock, and barrel. Lock, stock, and barrel. The whole of everything. A miss is a good as a might. A miss is a good as a might. ये नहीं पता. Come nowhere near. A miss. A miss is a good. A miss is a good as a might. If someone narrowly misses the target, it still is stated as a miss हुआ. Okay, अच्छा ये होता है. A miss is as good as a mile. अब miss अगर तूने miss कर दिया कोई चीज तो वो ये चाहे तूने थोड़ा सा miss कर. One swallow does not make one swallow doesn't make one shallow doesn't make a summer. Honey, it is unreliable to base one's conclusion on only a single test of incident. It is unreliable to base one's conclusion on only a single test or incident. To shallow, one shallow doesn't make a summer. One swallow doesn't make a. If fishes were horses, beggars might ride. If fishes were horses, beggars might ride. If fishes were horses, Beggars might write, acha, acha. If wishing could make something happen, then even the most destitute people would have everything they wanted. Very important. A 9 hours wonder, a 9 days wonder. An event which is related, which relates a sensation of a time but is sooner forgotten. A 9 days wonder, a 9 days wonder, a 9 days wonder, a 9 days wonder. An event which is which relates a sensation for a time but is soon forgotten. Yellow press. Oh, yellow press. Yellow. What does a yellow press mean? To an event which relates a sensation for a time but is sooner. A yellow press newspaper which publish sensational or unscrupulous stories and exaggerates the new to attract reader. A yellow press, a yellow press, yellow press, important, a yellow press. A ballpark figure, a general finance figure, a ballpark figure to balance the books, to make certain, that the amount of money spent is not more than the amount of money received. To make certain that the amount of money spent, to make to make certain that the amount of money spent is not more than the amount of money received. To balance the book. To make certain that the amount of money spent is not more than the amount of money received. A cash cow, a cash cow, a cash cow. ये भी आ सकता है, cash cow. A product also that makes a lot of money for a company. A cash cow. Don't give up the day job. Don't give up the day job. सुप्रभात everyone आराम से सेंटर पहुंचो है. Don't give up the day job. Don't give up. You are not very good at something. You could not do it professionally. Don't give up. Give the day job. You are not very good at something. You could not do it professionally. पता नहीं. To cook the books. To modify financial. To cook the books. To cook the books means to modify the statement, to get the snack shack, to be dismissed from the job, to get the stack shack, to get the shack, to be snowed under, to be snowed under, to work your fingers to the bone, to work your to sweat, to work very hard, to work your fingers to the blood. Hear it on the grapevine, to hear a rumor, in the heat of the moment. Overwhelmed by what is happening in the moment, in the heat of the moment, overwhelmed at what is happening. Not a spark of decency, no manners. Not a spark of decency, not a spark of decency, no manners. Speak of the devil. This expression is used when a person you have just been talking just about. Uh, this expression is used when the person you have just been talking about. स्पीक ऑफ द डेविल इसके मतलब बोला उससे वो आ गया मतलब टू स्पीक ऑफ द इसके बारे में तो बात करें तो वो एकदम से आ जाए होल नाइन यार्ड एवरीथिंग ऑल ऑफ इट होल नाइन यार्ड मीन्स एवरीथिंग your guess is as good as mine your guess is to have no idea about anything your guess is as good as mine मतलब किस चीज का आइडिया नहीं फिशी फिशी मीन्स डाउटफुल ये लास्ट है ना बस वही first and the foremost extreme enthusiasm first and the foremost extreme enthusiasm fire and furry, fearful penalties, fire and furry, fire and furry means fearful penalties, to taste, to a very a tasty food, finding your feet or finger licking good, to become more comfortable in whatever you are doing, finding, finding your feet licking good. Fabian policy, policy of delaying decision. A Fabian, that's a Fabian policy, policy of delaying decision. Excuse my French. Please forgive me for cussing क्या होता है cussing. कर्स मतलब तो कर्स में गाली देना. Forgive me for excuse me. Everything but the kitchen sink. Everything but the almost everything and anything that has been included. Almost everything. Everything but the kitchen sink. Everything but the kitchen sink. Break a leg. A superstitious way to say good luck without saying good luck. Break a leg. Break a leg. Break a leg means to say a superstitious way of to say good luck without saying good luck. Barking up the wrong tree. मतलब किसी को जिसकी गलती नहीं थी उसी को तुम कह रहे हो mistake made in something you're trying to achieve. Bark, barking the a mistake made in something you are trying to achieve. Bathed, bathed bed in anxiety. Bathed bed. To bark the wrong tree. To make mistake. To a mistake made in something you are trying to achieve. To bathe a breath. Bathe a breath in anxiety. Beat a dead horse. Beat a dead horse. Beat a dead horse. To force an issue that has already ended. To force an issue that beat a dead horse. To force an issue that is already ended. ये कर देंगे dead horse वाला dead horse आ रहा है ना इसमें. Between the shyless and the charbites. Choice between two unpleasant alternative. Unpleasant. ये भी important है. Important. Fixed in your way. Not willing or wanting to change from your normal way of doing something. Fixed in your way. Fixed in your ways. Fixed in your not willing or wanting to change in a normal way. A penny saved is a penny earned. By not spending money. By not spending money, you are saving more money. By not spending money, you are saving. A penny saved is a penny earned. A picture paints a thousand words. A picture paints a thousand. A visual representation far more descriptive than a picture paints a thousand words. Piece of a cake. That is completely very easy. To hold a brief for. To hold a brief for. To hold a brief for. To retain. To argue for. To argue. To hold a brief for. Short in the arms. To boost or act of short in the arms. Short in the arms means to act of encouragement. To go at each other's hammers and tongues. To go at each other's to do something or perform some task with tremendous fervor or determination. To get each other's hammer and tongues. To do something or perform some task with tremendous fervor. Fervor means fervor. Fervor means bravery. Intense, passionate feeling, passionate fervor. Fervor means passionate. Step into someone, to take someone's place, to take someone's place is this. Break back to drawing board, to revise something from the beginning, back to the drawing board, typically after it had failed. Bring, bring the curtains down, bring something to an end, to declare something to be at the end, to bring something to an end, to bring something to an end. Bring the curtains down, bring the curtains down, मतलब किसी चीज को खत्म करना, to declare something. A slap, a slap on the twist, a slap to a very mild punishment, slap on the wrist. बे यार कहाँ गया. बन रहा है चलो भाई हो गया